Okay, y'all. So let's talk about how gold just chewed your girl up and spit her all the way out with such disrespect this morning. So first and foremost, I woke up, hopped on the charts, everything lined up according to my trading plan. But I will say that I did feel like I rushed it getting into a position. So right here, so when I looked at the chart, because I know what I'm looking for, I didn't really have to mark it up. So this is me going back, marking it up for y'all. So right here, you see where I'm marking up for sale. So here's my order block. You know, I see my little fair value gaps and whatnot, right? So at the point in which I'm getting on the chart, the first green candle you see right there on the right hand side, well, if you start at the current price you see and you go to the left, 3 candles, that very first green candle, it wasn't there yet when I first hopped on the chart. So I hops my behind on the chart, right, and I see the breaker structure is being created, and then I'm like, okay, bet I can get in aggressive, do the little whoop de whoop, be out before market open, because you know today was FOMC and I didn't want to be caught up in no foolery, right? Okay, so look what happens. Okay, so right there I'm trying to put a little circle so y'all can see where my entry was at, right? That was the entry I was going for. Okay, I'm trying to point so y'all can really see. Do you see the wick right there at the bottom of that FEG? That was the entry. Okay, so originally it was going down, right? So then it starts pulling back. I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna go back up, retest the 50% encroachment line, and then drop. And you know, do what it's supposed to do. A little 1-2, a little 1-2. That's all I was looking for. So when it did pull back to almost the 50%, it did start to drop again. But then that joker went to pulling back. Now, mind you, this is gold. So I did have my stop loss kind of tight because there was a FEG a little higher before you reach the order block. But I didn't want my stop loss to be that big. So, you know, I had my stop loss right around, probably, I think it was at the top of this FVG, right? So it pulls back, pull your girl out. So I'm like, okay, it just wanted to pull back a little deeper and then drop. So when it came to the 50%, of the encroachment line and it pulled me out of the trade, I jumped back in the trade because I was like, okay, I just got in too early, but it's still gonna drop. Listen, little baby dropped just a little bit. The way you can see here, she dropped just a little bit. And then she continued to go back up. Totally invalidated my doggone zone, y'all. I was sitting there looking just baffled. Because I'm like, no, everything lined up to a T. You hear me? To a T. So I'm like, well, you know, I can't be too mad because I followed my rules. I did what I was supposed to do. Everything lined up. Now, what I could have done better is I could have slowed my butt down. Because I do feel like I was rushing. I did rush into the trade. Because had I slowed down, I would have waited or I should have waited for price to come up to the order block or at least the higher FVG and then waited for it to drop because it would have been higher up in premium instead of closer down towards the discount. Nonetheless, I did not do that and I got chewed up and I got spit out. But the moral of the story is, although I lost some good money, y'all, I did lose a nice piece of change. It did not affect my psychology because I followed my rules, because I used proper risk management. Therefore, I live to trade another day. And I'm proud of myself because I took this L, but I followed my rules.